Welcome back to our daily Forex forecast. In this special episode, I'm going to give you the idea because the Friday we will have the non-farm payroll and unemployment rates. So I want you guys to prepare for this big macro data release. So guys, I'm going to discuss what is going to be happen in Friday, what should we do in Friday, and what is the best pair for you to trade in Friday. So before we go to chart, as usual, I'm Alex, your technical analyst from FundYourFX, and let's go straight to the chart. On Friday, September 5th of September 2025, we are going to have non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. The non-farm payrolls shows here the consensus is 74,000, and the previous data show 73,000. For the unemployment rate, the data going to be shown that we are going to have increase on employment rate by 10 basis point or 0.1%. And for the previous data show 4.2%. What are we going to have here on the US economy? The first one is, well, if the non-farm payroll is going to come lower than the consensus on Friday, which is highly likely it's not going to be happen, but there is highly likely also that there's a 50-50 chance that the non-farm payroll data is going to come lower because we see that on the unemployment or the employment rate on the US, it's on the downside momentum or downside bearish trend. Okay, so on the Friday, my take is the non-farm payroll is going to align like on the consensus, or okay, the unemployment rate is going to stay. It's not going to stay. Actually, I'm sorry, is the unemployment rate is not going to stay, but increase. Then the non-farm payroll it's going to decrease. That's my take for the Friday on the non-farm payroll data and unemployment rate. Why? Well, let's see here on the chart. Okay guys, before we go to chart, by the way, we have 20% off on all our instant funding plan, and you are going to get straight to 80% off profit split, and this promo will end in 5 more days. So if you want to take our platform as you for trading with us, well, make sure to catch this promo because we are going to give you 20% off on all our instant funding plan plus straight to 80% discount or 80% profit split. So what are you waiting for? Let's go straight to the platform, our platform FundYourFX. I'm going to wait for you in our community. Okay, back to the chart. Let's check the dollar index. The dollar index we have, let's see. Okay, but if you are going to see based on the dollar index stayed on the base formation or makes the consolidation price action. By this one, the support hasn't been break yet. The price still hover above the support. The price hasn't closed below the support. So there is high likely that on the non-farm payroll data release and unemployment data release, the DXY is going to continue its potential bullish momentum. On the DXY, we only have to wait for the price makes the break of structure to validate its bullish momentum, so that we will have another bullish run or bullish trend on the DXY on daily chart. So if we are going to see based on the chart, because the price action discount everything, this is based on the Dow theory. So the non-farm payroll data or the non-farm payroll release, it's going to become more than 74,000, and the unemployment rate for the August is going to be lower than 4.3%. So by we are seeing the price action on the DXY, what's going to happen? For me, the non-farm payroll data is going to be increased than 74,000, and for the unemployment rate, it's going to be lower than 4.3%. That's my take. So DXY is going to appreciate. the gold is going to make correction or pullback. Let me check. Right here, the gold is going to make a pullback because we are going to see right here that the gold makes another historic all-time high. This is very crucial for gold because gold has break its previous pattern, which is ascending triangle. This is the pattern that we are analyzing the past week. Okay, right here, this is the ascending triangle, and the gold right now, the price right now already made the breakout. This is the valid breakout, and then the pattern itself, it should be the valid pattern. For the non-farm payroll on Friday, the price will likely to create a pullbacks or correction on the strong resistance will become support. So that it was another alignment for the macro data and for the price action itself. And let's look for the Bitcoin. What will happen for Bitcoin? The Bitcoin, let's see Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin right now is going to appreciate because the dollar is, well, there is highly likely that the inflation on the US will become much more higher than now, than this period, because, well, Bitcoin it's not likely, it's not relevant with the macro data because Bitcoin itself is independent. It's purely based on supply and demand. For me, that Bitcoin, you should follow the price action, not the macroeconomics data. And for right now, the Bitcoin right now is going likely to make a pullback before continuing its bearish momentum to, let me check here. We have supply at around here at around 190,000 until 116,000. That's will likely for the short-term target for Bitcoin on the Friday. So by the way, guys, I have bought Bitcoin on 109, and if there's high likely that the price is not going to climb another higher, or there's a rejection on the supply zone, then I will be exit my profit on the Bitcoin and start looking anywhere else. Maybe Solana, maybe Ethereum, but Bitcoin, for me, I'm going to trade Bitcoin. I'm not going to invest Bitcoin because I don't have trust on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin have some A to Z planning for future, because last time we heard that Bitcoin is going to change our money, and now Bitcoin is changed its direction to become Gold 2.0. And I've seen that the future for Bitcoin is quite shady. So that I want to make sure me, myself, maybe my parents also put their money on Bitcoin. But for me, I'm not going to invest on Bitcoin because I do not have trust putting all my money on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is good on, and this is my own opinion, Bitcoin is only good for trading, not investing. Yeah. That's pretty much it for my view on Bitcoin. Well, that's pretty much it. Let's sum it up. So on Friday, the data is going to show increase on employment rate. On employment rate, it's going to increase. So non-farm payroll data is going to release in much more higher than 74,000. And for the unemployment rate is going to be lower than 4.3% as its consensus. And then the DXY could appreciate. The gold itself, it's going to make a pullbacks on the daily chart, and the Bitcoin also going to appreciate on the near supply zone. So guys, that's pretty much it for today. It's quite a long video. That's quite, well, I have to inform you about non-farm payroll, because non-farm payroll data today on the Friday, it's going to be quite volatile, because the Fed will keep an eye on this data on unemployment or on non-farm payroll data that, well, the Fed is going to use this data to conclude or to determine if they are going to raise I mean, they're not likely they're going to raise, but the approach for the Fed itself is going to be more dovish or still holding its hawkish policy. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, don't forget to like and comment in this video. Don't forget to follow our TikTok, Instagram and X so you can get notified if I make this kind of video. Guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.